Two men looked out of the prison bars. One saw the mud, the other saw the stars. The world is the same for all of us. How we look at it is our attitude. That is our mindset. There was one hospital ward. It had two patients who were critically sick. It was the ICU ward, and both of them were bedridden. Because they were lying there 24 hours, they would spend time discussing with each other their childhood, their college days, their early marriage, their children, everything under the sun. They became great friends. For 1 hour every day, the first patient would be made to sit up so that the fluid in his lungs drained out. There was only one window to that ward. His bed was close to the window, so he would look out. And what he saw, he would describe to his friend. Just outside the window was a beautiful garden with a fountain in the center and the water flowing down it, cascading. Birds used to come and bathe. Benches were all around where old ladies would bask in the sun. Children would come on their tricycles and frolic. When the patient would describe the garden to his friend, the friend's world would come alive. It was in such a sharp contrast to the hospital environment. He started waiting for the 1 hour when his friend would sit up and describe what he saw. However, one day, an evil thought crept into the second patient's mind. Why does this guy get to have all the fun? Why is God so unjust and unkind upon me? He should have thrown the envy away, but he allowed it to fester inside him until there was an emotional wound. He started hating his fellow patient. One night, the first patient started gasping. He was coughing as if there was suffocation. The proper thing would have been to press the emergency bell and call the hospital staff. But either he could not think of it or he was at too much of discomfort. The second best thing would have been for the other patient to press his bell. But the second patient was so full of envy, he thought, he is suffering. Let him suffer, he deserves it. The first patient coughed a little, and then there was complete silence. In the morning, the nurses came and discovered the dead body. They did not know what had happened. Without any fuss, they removed it. The second patient allowed 3 days to go by so that no suspicion arises. Then he made a request. Can my bed be moved to the window? They said, of course. He then again requested, I am now well enough, can I be made to sit? They said, of course. And he sat. After 3 weeks in that hospital ward, he was looking outside. And what did he see? the wall of a warehouse. He said, "What is this?" The nurses said, "Close to the hospital is a warehouse. So the only view you get out of the window is its wall." He said, "But what is it that my friend was seeing?" They said that was the beauty of his own mind. As the saying goes in English, two men looked out of the prison bars. One saw the mud, the other saw the stars. The world is the same for all of us. How we look at it is our attitude. That is our mindset. Your mindset is always a choice that you make. Rather than fighting with circumstances, fight with your own mind. When you are miserable, remember, you don't have to be miserable. You can always change the way you think. And you will discover that success is tied to your own attitude.